Greetings, my friends, and before we begin the campaign summary for the Knights of St. John, I wish you all a very, very happy New Year, my friends, and I hope all of you, those who celebrate Christmas, had a wonderful Christmas. I'm sorry for the sort of the downtime, as it were, but I have been taking a few days off to rest and recuperate. But I thought we'd come back, my friends, with a little bit of a bang here in terms of the campaign. We're back at the Knights of St. John here, a wonderful campaign, one that really has seen just an absolute titan grow. And if you've been watching this campaign, my friends, you will see easily one of the most startling expansions I've ever seen in any campaign. I've never seen an expansion like this. So we've got the Dutch here who've effectively taken over a huge portion of the world, and that's no exaggeration. They control a vast majority of the main cities in Europe and beyond, into the east as well. As you can see, they started off from Amsterdam, so they just had one province here, and they've expanded, as you can see here, all the way to the border of Spain. They've taken France, and now recently they've moved all the way and they've taken one of the crown jewels of this entire campaign, and that is Moscow. So you can see, look at the spiders web here of roads that move away from it. They've got Kiev, they've got St. Petersburg, they've got huge, Russia is effectively collapsed for all intents and purposes. They do have Karelia up here and Archangel up here, but I'd imagine they will soon fall. Now, they've got Finland as well here, and of course further south they've got the Don here, Ashkam, they've got Chechnya, and they've got Georgia, and that is it. And they also have Azerbaijan, I beg your pardon, my friends, but they do have Persia as well. So as you can see, they've still got a long reach that extends further into the Middle East, as it were, and beyond. But for all intents and purposes, the main Russian cities have fallen: Minsk, Kiev, St. Petersburg, Vilnius, Moscow. They've all fallen, my friends. These were all once Russian, and they have absolutely steamrolled everything. But as you can see here, this here, as you can see, is turned blue, and this is because Sweden has made a huge push against them. Now they've taken effectively the sort of almost the spine here of Western Europe. They don't have Berlin yet. That was probably too heavily defended, but they did manage to take Dresden, Prague, and Munich. Now, as you can see, it's quite clear that the Dutch can probably move in and retake these at a moment's notice. As you can see, look at the armies they've got here. I mean, extraordinary amount of wealth. Look at this. Blue Guard, astonishing unit. As you can see here, they are more than able to retake these cities, probably without even batting an eyelid, to be honest. Their economic power is extraordinary. Their military power is unlike anything I've ever seen. It is just colossal. It really, really is. It is, and if they move against us, we are going to be absolutely up against it. I kid you not, my friends. As you can see, even here, I mean, look at the forces they've got to raid. I mean, look at these. Look at the forces they've got to raid here. Just in the city alone, this guarding Amsterdam here, and who heaven knows what's here. I mean, and here as well in the east. I mean, look, they've even got Königsberg, they've got Gdansk, they've got Warsaw. They've lost these. Now, any other time you'd lose these sort of three cities, and you'd be thinking, hang on a minute, we've got a problem here, we've got a big problem here. But they've just captured Moscow. Moscow pretty much offsets just losing even two of these. So as you can see, and the chances are they're probably going to move in against and retake these, and maybe even strike against Sweden. Now, Sweden is an ally of ours, so by default they're helping us. They're keeping the Dutch eye away from us. So that is where we stand at the moment, my friend. That's the sort of the main gist of where Europe is at the moment. Now, as you can see here, we are allies with Spain, but Spain has been squeezed hard here. Now we've got Morocco, and we also have Tunis. We don't have Algiers because we're allied with the Mughal Empire, so we're not moving against them anytime soon. We do have an army here which is replenishing repair. Look at that. That's a fine army. It really is a wonderful army here. Plenty of experience, wonderful units as well. That's really going to be our sort of main army down here. We've expanded as best we can. Look at the trade coming in here. The trade coming into us here is extraordinary. It really is. We've done a pretty exceptional job here. The council really has guided us really, really well with this particular campaign. We've effectively got all our allies around us now. We're at peace with Austria. They are still quite strong, really, really strong, as you can see here with these units. They're quite Swiss. Look at that. I mean, that's a really tough force there they've put together, quite exceptional. And here as well, if they were to combine these two forces together, that would be a pretty powerful army. But I don't think they have quite the reach that, say, the Dutch do. And to be honest with you, there's not many forces on this planet at the moment that can really deal with them. Perhaps the Mughals can probably stem the tide for a while, but to be honest with you, I think it's going to be ourselves and maybe another ally that's going to have to take on the Dutch eventually. Now, the Dutch are indifferent to us at the moment, so only -16. We've got a trade agreement with them, which is pretty much offsetting any of the negative sort of aspects of our relationship at the moment, as you can see. So we've got a good trade with them at the moment. We're friendly with most. 13 colonies don't like us one iota. That's probably because we've taken the homeland. But Austria's unfriendly as well, so we've got to keep an eye on Austria. But I think they've only got like one more region. Russia is unfriendly, but I don't think we have to worry about them for too long. And the smaller nations, we're friendly with one or two of them, but the rest either don't really care about us, or they're possibly bordering on being unfriendly. Well, Afghanistan is unfriendly, and so are some of the Plains nations. Some of the nations are also, the native Indians are not too happy with us either. But thankfully, we've sort of stabilised down here as well in the south of India. The subcontinent has been a bit rocky for us of late because we've had one or two rebellions in the past. But as you can see, bringing in the dragoons here to sort of use their skill set to quell and quash any rebellions has been excellent. We've also got here, so you can see here, Calcutta, Bengal is in our. Look at that, that's a wonderful trade. We've got some good trade coming in here, mainly from the plantations and the spices. I think the spice, if I'm not mistaken, is 50. Look at that, 53. It just outpaces everything here. Nobody can't get it, but unfortunately, it's been blockaded by Portugal, their trade, so that's a little bit of an underhand there, but we shall manage. Now, as you can see, we've also got the island of the Dutch also have the island of Ceylon here as well, so they've got their fingers in pretty much every location. Now, if we go to the New World as well, you can see we've captured a good portion of the Caribbean, but the Dutch once again are in full effect here. That includes down Louisiana here, Savannah, so they might even move against the 13 colonies. Yep, no, but they've got treaty with Sweden, but they've got no allies, so there's a chance that we might see that. But as you can see, the Mughals have also consumed a great number here of these regions, particularly stretching from sort of Canada into North America. There's going to be, I think there might be a little bit of a tussle coming there, but we're going to keep our nose out of that one. We've got Newfoundland here as well. We've got good trading moving in from the Caribbean. We've also got the Bahamas and Jamaica, so we've got some wonderful trade coming in here. We want to keep this untouched for the moment. You can see nearly 30,000 in gold coming in here just from our New World holdings, which is excellent to see. It really is. Also got a trade agreement here with New Spain, which is bringing in a sizable profit. As you can see here, I think we've got some excellent. Look at this. We do control a good swathe of many of the trade nodes here. Look at this. We've got good coverage here. I'm not sure what's in here. So that's Sweden, but their trade's been cut off here. I'm not sure what's in here. There might be, if we could get that, but I'd imagine there's someone already in there. Here in Madagascar, again, we've got four of the hubs here. And East Indies has been a little bit of a problem for us because we have been unfortunately attacked a number of times in East Indies, so we might try and get some fleet in there as well. But talking of fleets, our fleets unfortunately are no match for the Dutch or any other nations for that matter, because we're not able to get the first rate ships. So we'd have to fight many of the nations 2-1 with our sort of most advanced ship we can get, which is the 4th rate. But at the moment we're trying to keep ourselves above that if possible. We've got 10,000 coming here. As you can see, the army upkeep is extraordinary here. It really is. We are pretty stretched at the moment, but look at that. They've even got Rome as well. So the loss here is not going to really bother the Dutch at all. Their reach, their power is extraordinary, even down into this Bulgaria here. So there's a chance they might even... Are they at war? No, they've got trade though, luckily. And they're allied with the Ottoman Empire. That's good. So this must be the remnants, perhaps, of another fight they had. But they're leaving the Ottomans alone, thankfully, because we've got a good trade agreement with the Ottomans, good relationship with them. They are allies of ours, so that's good to see. Now, the problem is, once they've dealt with Russia, who are they going to turn against then? Unless Sweden can do something extraordinary. And of course, we've got Denmark up here as well. We're at peace with Denmark, only for now though. But that, my friends, pretty much covers the summary of where we are now at the moment. And at the moment that things are calm on our front, we're just sort of slowly building up our forces, particularly here in Britain. As you can see, we've got a number of armies here. This army was used to quell another rebellion, which is in London, which has been just full of rebellions constantly for months and years and years of rebellions here. It's been really, really tough to get this under control, even with dragoons here as well. I know many of the council calling us for do that, but as you can see here, we haven't flinched from those rebellions. We've made it absolutely crystal clear that the rebellions will not be allowed. We just will simply not allow them to take place. Even if they rear themselves up, we're going to crush them immediately. And that's what we got. We've got this army here. It has effectively been quelling the rebellions that have been happening sort of in the countryside in and around London. As you can still not quite under control, but to be honest with this income could be much more improved if we are able to get those rebellions under control. I think we've got the tax rate not too bad, but yes, very, very low, almost no tax at all, and that's what's keeping these under control. And as you can see here, just got this wonderful army here. We might have to move this army out here, but again, we're just keeping. Why the Swedes have got these forces here? Because look at the armies they've got here. Look at that army. That army would give the Dutch one heck of a time. It really, really would. And so would these other armies they've got here. Look at this. These are some excellent troops. Lots of Marines. Some superior line of Grenadier Guards. These forces alone would perhaps even threaten Amsterdam here, and maybe some other of these coastal lines here along the North Sea, but they're not choosing to use them for some reason. I'm not sure why. But this, my friends, is the campaign summary. We're going to now dip back into the campaign proper. I believe it's episode 51. I shall see you there, my friends. But thank you for watching this anyway, my friends. Your support has been absolutely wonderful. But I'll see you next in episode 51 of Knights of St. John. Greetings and welcome to episode 51 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Knights of St. John campaign. And this, my friends, is how we have left this campaign. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the campaign summary, my friends. Just refreshing our memories here of what we were doing last time, what's happening in the world at large. As you can see here, the Dutch, my friends, the Dutch have just absolutely become almost out of control. It really has. I've never ever seen any campaign, if I've seen a single nation, a single region nation become such an absolute titan. It is, look at it, it's breathtaking. And last episode they even took Moscow. They took one of the absolute crown jewels of any city in the world, and that's Moscow. Look at that, and all the spider webs and spider work here. Look at that, the spider web, the sort of springs all forth from Moscow, all stretching out here, and they've got all of it under their control. Now, Russia's effectively collapsed here in the east. Finland, Karelia and Archangel are really the only last bastions here in the sort of the east, as it were, against the Dutch. And how long they'll hold out, I'm not 100% sure, my friends. I really don't know. But there's a good chance that they are probably going to take these regions, maybe even take Bashikira as well, which is really the farthest flung in terms of the Russian, probably pushing into the Urals almost, I would say. So as you can see, they really have just pushed massively here, the Dutch. They've got Moscow, Minsk, Vilnius, they've got Warsaw, St. Petersburg. If you move down here, they've got Bulgaria, which is for pushing into Ottoman territory, but they are allied with the Ottomans, as are we. They've even got Rome. Now, as you can see here, there is sort of a blue wall, should we say, here, which is Munich, Prague, and Dresden, taken by our erstwhile allies, the Swedes. Now, they really have done a huge job here in taking this from the Dutch, but the question to ask is, how long will they hold on to this? That's the principal question. I'm not sure they can hold on for very long, but that's not to say we're not grateful for what they've done here. The armies they've sent in are not too bad either, as you can see here. So they've done some good damage here. They've taken 3 of the main principal sort of cities within the sort of spine of the Western Europe here. They haven't taken Berlin for some reason, but they might have left themselves open to a counterattack by the Dutch. Look at that. 4 Dutch full armies here ready to strike against them. And look at that. Not even a blip on their flags here. All of them at full health, full strength. Same could be said here as well in Amsterdam. Look at that. I mean, they really are packing such a punch here. And I imagine this is just a small taste of what they've got available to them, because their economic and military power is quite frankly breathtaking. It really, really is extraordinary what they've got. But we are, for the moment, going to cast our eyes further afield here. Now, we have, of course, got some problems we've had in and around London, which have been an absolute menace to us. We've got this army here, which is effectively our counterinsurgency army, fighting those rebellions that keep sort of rearing their ugly head around London countryside. But we're going to cast our eyes for the moment here. Now, I did mention in the summary because I wanted to bring into the main sort of episode, as it were. But look at this: we have brought ourselves within striking distance here of the 13 colonies, sanctioned by the council. The council said, Mala, I proposed to the council. The council said, Mala, go for it, do it. If we were to take the 13 colonies, or at least the main hubs here, which are Philadelphia and Boston, New York and Falmouth and Arcadia, we would put ourselves in a very, very strong position, not only economically but militarily as well, especially if we take Boston and Philadelphia. That really would be a huge boon. New York as well, because of the port here in New York itself, on the island here. It would be incredible if we were to take this. It really would. It'd open up our power here exponentially. It really, really would. But of course, we've got other things to consider, especially if we move southwards here. But of course, you've also got the United Provinces moving against, I'm not sure against the, no, they're not against them at all, but they don't have any agreements with them, which is good to see here, which means they're effectively on their own here. So we are going to move against them. Now, I was thinking about moving against them next turn to allow us to move against the city straight away, but we can't. I'll be honest with you, my friends, I did attempt this episode, to record this episode before. There was a naval battle down here. Once we declare war upon them down here. This, I've tried it twice now, this will result in a crash each time. So for some reason, this naval battle, which I have tried to fight manually, crashes every time. I'm not sure what it is. So when we come to this, it'll have to be automatically resolved, as it were, because it will crash if I try to manually do it. I know I really wanted to take this fight myself. As you can see here, we've got quite a lot of gun firepower down here, and also down here as well. We've got another fight as well that does take place. But to be honest with you, I think our principal fight is going to be elsewhere. Was it this battle here at all? I can't remember which battle it was. It was either this fight here, or was another battle somewhere else. So where the 13 colonies moves against us in the seas, as it were, in the high seas, and we do try and take that battle, but we had absolutely crashed. I know that one of the battles, I can't remember which one it was here. No, I beg your pardon. It's this battle here. I beg your pardon. It's not this one here. It's this battle. They move out from Plymouth and attack this fleet here. This resolves in a crash each and every time. So, as you can see here, because we've got the sort of war galleon here, which is impressive to say the least. But this will resolve in a crash. I've fought this twice, crashed each time, so I don't want to do that. I'll have to auto-resolve that, my friends. But if we move now, we can hopefully move against. Now, we need Philadelphia. We're going to send this army in first, as you can see here. This is very well equipped, as this army is here. But it's got the Marines. I like to try and keep the Marines and the Household Cavalry intact as best I can. So we're going to move against Philadelphia first, declare war. What we won't do is we won't bring in our allies. Now, I know many of you might think about it, what are you doing here? Bring in Spain, bring Spain in. But most of these nations, apart from the Mughal Empire, have already got their own problems. We don't want to get drawn into too many of our allies into too many conflicts. That might just tip the balance. We want to do this on our own here. As you can see, we're not doing too bad here. And to be honest with you, we should be able to take this without any help. Which I'm not going to bring anybody else into this. And they're hostile towards us anyway, so let's take this fight now. So we've landed them. What we can do here is land them. That's the main thing we must do here. We bring these ships together and we will pull them back to Newfoundland. Now, these two armies here are going to be moved against New York here. There's every chance we're going to see quite a resistance here from them. We've probably got armies here we don't even know about, because we haven't really reconnoitred this very well. We just gone for it, looking at opportunity. But I think we'll take Boston for definite. Now, this army here is definitely going to move against Boston, and this army here is going to move against Falmouth, and here against Arcadia as well. And these gentlemen here against New York. Now, which army is going to take New York? Probably this army here. And here as well. Because this will take this gentleman. That's fine, they can move across here. We can wait, we'll hold on the bridge here if need be, but they will probably draw in a significant majority of their forces here. Now, let's get these ships out of the way here, because we might have to withdraw these forces at a short notice. You never know what might come out of the woodwork here. So again, we're just going to be very vigilant here on what's going on. We can't move that far, to be honest. That's the reason why. I wonder if we had to move them into here, which I haven't done before. So what we'll do is we'll put the war galleon. We can't move that one in. That's absolutely fine. If we overwhelm them here, if they move against us here, that might just be enough to tip this into our balance, but unfortunately it will crash. For some reason, I think it could be the location. It might just crash. We've got Newfoundland here as well, which we can always fall back upon if need be, but I think we're going to go for this fight now. We'll end the turn and we'll see what comes out of the woodwork here against us. This will be a critical, because we have assembled every single spare force we've got available to us that is not either garrison duty somewhere or potentially looking to defend our assets somewhere. We have to take this, my friends. We have to take the new 13 colonies as quickly as possible, or a good portion of it at least. Got 10,000 here coming in. If only the United Provinces had opened up here, this would unlock a huge amount coming in for us. It really would. Let's end the turn here, my friends, and let's see what comes our way. Hopefully nothing too bad here. Austria United Provinces, hopefully they will leave us alone and deal with their own internal and external conflicts. I'd be surprised they don't do something against these Swedes. Right, nothing at all here. Spain, nothing either. Ottoman Empire. Again, but they're good allies with us, and also allies with the United Provinces as well. But I'd imagine they will not join us if we were to go against the United Provinces. They're just not going to do it. Russia might be trying to reassemble some forces here to retake Moscow, which was, I mean, the fall of Moscow was just an absolute astonishing event. 13 colonies, here we go. Here, there it is, look at that. They're going to try and draw us in here. But I wonder if we could pull them out of this. If we take this fight here, look at this. They're not in good strength. They're not in good strength at all here. I wonder if we take this fight here, do as much damage as we can, then move this army in to take Philadelphia. Because this army here will do a huge amount of damage. We still outnumber them as well here. I think we might take this fight, my friends. We've got good cannon support, good fire support here. Our fire support is much better here. And look at that, they lost a huge amount of army forces here, probably from attrition. But as you can see, the Marines have stayed loyal. They're going to be tough. We've got to target them. They've got 4 regiments. It's going to be a tight. Mind you, we do have our Grenadier Guards and our Royal Cairo. And we've also got our own 2 lots of our own Grenadiers. So I think we can stand here, I think, and take this fight. Yeah, let's take this fight, my friends. This is going to be our principal fight, I think, for this particular episode. What a wonder. This is going to be this is the start of our campaign on the 13 colonies. It's a huge commitment we've made here. It really is. Let's see what we can do here with it now. Ooh, look at that, what a beautiful battlefield. And look at that dusk here. As the sun just starts to go down below the horizon. What a wonderful sight. That is absolutely freezing cold as well. So this fight will warm the cockles of our hearts here if we can win it. Now, let's just move things in here. Let's have a look at the topography here. I think this here would be ideal for us. Look at that. What an elevation here we've got. And it would mean they'd have to attack us up the hill, which would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. We think we'll put these 24 pounders in the line actually. Now, I think we'll have the Grenadier Guards defending in the point here. So let's... we've got... actually, we don't have much space this way here. Where's the demarcation line? By here. It would draw upon... I think we might still take this though. I think we might still do this. And have them come up the hill. We'll have troops either side of it here. And we'll have our howitzers sort of here. And then our Medler guns in the front line here. So our howitzers have just about here. Because they don't need that elevation. They're going to be firing over this anyway. But also protect them from their guns. Which is good to see here. It's a limber. That's a wonder. Now, quicklime. How far is quicklime going to give us? Oh, look at that. All the way to here. Perfect. So, good base of fire. We've got General Ponte here as well. So, we just pull General Ponte back to here. Now, as I said, we'll have the 11th Grenadier Regiment up the very top here. Oh, that's a wonder. That is a wonder. Look at that. Right, look at that. Right on the crest of the hill here. Any closer at all? A little bit closer, so we're going to be firing down upon them as they come along here. That's a wonder. I think we might just put some guns in here. Now I know the elevation for these guns is not perfect, but it's still on the slope here. We can still fire into the trees if they come this way. Let's unlimber. We'll set them back just slightly here. Shrapnel shot. Go. Oh, look at that, all the way to here. That's a wonder. This hill could be the death knell here of the 13 colonies attacking force, which is exactly what... We'll also use the cavalry to our advantage as well. I think we'll have the... I think we'll set the other... here as well. And we'll have them on shrapnel shot as well. But we'll have them on the side of them, the second foot, which is one of our first regiments we've had here. That's perfect, look at that. And they're able to hide as well, look at that, that's a wonder. Now we definitely want cavalry to be able to move out to the flanks. We're also going to increase our flank presence. We'll have one more regiment here, but I think the majority of the fight is going to be done on this right flank. Let's pull back the cavalry here just momentarily. We've got grenadiers here, which I think we'll again just have here. That's brilliant. Look at that. That's a wonder. Those grenadiers do look fun. Look at that. And we've got the 5th Grenadiers as well, which we'll just put here. Again, really stiffening that line here. We're taking the fight fully to them here. Now, do we move out with perhaps some regiment of foot? We might put the regiment of foot on this flank over here. We've got our main elite forces in the centre here, defending the brunt of the attack. We've got plenty of cavalry as well. Now let's start putting, looking at the 28th Regiment here, another sort of elite veteran has been involved in a number of fights for us. Colonial. We just might send on the other flank. Company of foot. I think we just send these gentlemen over here. So what we'll do, we'll just put them here until we can deploy them. The demarcation line is here. Am I going to get... No, I think we'll probably get 2 in there. We'll just close off this left flank here just to make sure it's fully secure. I know we're sort of lopsided, as it were, in terms of our forces, but we've still got good coverage here. Now then. Wrong one. Excellent. Now, we'll set these gentlemen down to here on the right. And again, got the cavalry here as well. We'll just set these gentlemen here. We'll angle them just slightly here. Maybe a little bit too close there. Let's have some width between them. Our cavalry, which will send 2 regiments on the flanks, so we'll put them just this here. Look at the size of their deployment zone is massive. The chances are they're going to strike from this location here. We've got to be ready. And what we'll do, we'll just start to seal off this flank here. Keep 1 regiment in reserve, the 33rd, just so we can respond in case they do move against us quite aggressively down this flank here. And again, the cavalry will have other cavalry as well flanking on this. Look at that! Look at that sort of knoll there is giving us a bit of a problem. But again, we will move the cavalry on the right flank as well, left flank, I beg your pardon, just to make sure that we can wrap around here and just sort of drive them, because they got reinforcements coming in as well. Remember, so the cavalry will be key in what happens with that. I think we're ready here for this battle. We are a little bit lopsided, as you can see here in our deployment. We have stretched as far as we can here, but most of our fire support is going to be up here. Let's begin. Let's not ponder anymore. Oh, look at that, right on our flanks here. Luckily we've got these gentlemen here. That's what I mean by having these flanks closed off here. Now up here we're going to have... We might look at that like over the top. Oh my goodness me, they're really lopsided against us here. So we might have to send more forces down this way, I believe. Right, we've completely... Oh, good grief. What we're going to do is we're going to unlimber of these and we're going to move them into position. This is going to be the main force here. We are not going to be caught on the hop here at all. Of that I can assure you, my friends. Let's dispatch one force out here just to try and keep them on the back foot here. There's their principal force here, look at that. If they want to throw their forces into this, they're more than... Let's get him, lads. Ooh, look at that. That's a wonder. Got them. Got them. Switch down flanks, so quick. Come on, gentlemen, get on the flank there with them. Don't just stand there. Don't stand there like lemons, sir. Move it. Get out of there, lads. Get out of there. Yes, Harry Barry's gone. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Don't tell me you're just strolling, gentlemen. Move. We've got them. We've got them. Get into there, lads. What a battle this has been. Look at that. We've got them. But we want them killed off, please, gentlemen. That's a wonder. We've got to deal with Marines. Once we've dealt with these Marines, the core of it is, look at that, they're broken everywhere. Let's get with them to the sword here. What's the messing about here? We've got them. We've got them. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Let's break them now. Diamond formation. Let's really put them to the sword now. The first battle here. The first battle of Philadelphia. Definitely the last. Oh, look at that. They've gone. Don't let any of them survive. We've got to wipe out these Marines. That's the toughest regiment they have. Diamond formation, let's put them to the sword here. Come on lads, put that end to this regiment here. God, look at that. Completely surrounded. The cavalry's an exemplary foff. It really has been exemplary here. Here we go. Here we go. Enough. The two principal, especially the Marines here, the Marines really have been, will be a thorn in our side otherwise. Come on, gentlemen, don't dawdle here. The first battle here in North America, we've taken it almost. Will Philadelphia fall? Because we've dragged out the garrison. This is the garrison force as well. That's an absolute boom. Let's free them. We've gone. Look how they've gone. Who else remains here? Who else remains? Who else remains for us to deal with here? Has it glitched out here? It's probably glitched out. I imagine there's a force probably stuck here. There. That's... oh my goodness me. That's going to cost us the battle. Wow. That is going to cost us the battle here. This demi-cannon stuck here is going to cost us the battle. Wow. That is extraordinary. Because it got stuck, it's going to wait a minute, can we? Can we send a force down here to deal with it? Don't tell me you can't fire at it. Please don't tell me you can't fire at it. This two-man crew is going to cost us the battle. Wow. Not now, gentlemen. Not a straw now. Not at this moment. If we can't, we just have to forward this on. Because we've beaten them within 15 minutes of the battle starting. It's been we've absolutely destroyed them, and yet we're going to still loot. Well, mind you, the damage we've done, I don't think was going to be too much of a problem, to be honest with you. Even if we thrust back here, we've still got the army. So it's a loss, a technical loss, but a complete victory. We're just going to see if we can shoot them, but I don't think we can. I think this is just, unfortunately, it's glitched out here, where they're trying to come across here. And for some reason, it must be something to do with the terrain. We're just going to see if we can just maybe shoot at them. If we can't, we'll just quit the battle. I'll take the loss. But in reality, we've absolutely vanquished them, to be honest with you. Let's speed this on here. Let's not wait. No. Oh, they can. I wonder if they can hit it from here. Oh, that would be... What a boon that would be if they could hit this from here. Wow. No, they can't. Okay, I think we just might have to take that. We'll try one last thing. If that doesn't work, my friends, I apologise for this. I really, really do. But I'm just trying to get this a proper victory, as it were, instead of us being... Oh, they've lost their gun. We'll get them to here. What we'll try and do is try and fire upon them, and see if we can just take them, kill them from, you know, as it is here from the line. That will be a victory for us then. But if not, then we'll just have to take the loss. But we have won. Technically, we've won. But technically, in a different way, we've also lost. If you understand what I mean. A different type of technical reason has brought about our defeat here. But I think we'd have done our job here, to be honest with you. And even then, even if we take a few more extra casualties because of the defeat, we still got another army ready to move in here, and it will take Philadelphia. But it does go against the grain a little bit to lose the battle in this fashion, but it is what it is, my friends. Let's not cry over spilt milk. It is what it is. As you can see, the balance of power is completely in our favour here. So we'll just get these gentlemen settled in here. Let's unlimber them, and let's get them fire. Will they fire even? Let's see if they can fire upon them here. No, they won't even fire upon them either. Right, I think we have to take the loss here, my friends. It's a lit. No, they're not going to do anything to them, right? I think we're going to take this loss. Close defeat. We'll take it. We'll take that. We'll take that. Because I think we've done them. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that. We've lost 412. They've got under 1,000 remaining. We absolutely. But look at that. Look at the cuirassiers. What a wonderful sight. 24. They do well. These gentlemen do well. But look at that. It was the cuirassiers that really did the damage. And we could. From the line. We take the loss. Oh, they've got more coming in here. Look at that. That's the problem. See, we didn't scout properly. We just sort of went in blind, as it were. And they've got quite a lot of reinforcements behind the lines there, as it were. Let's see what we can do here now. What if we take any of these cities unopposed? That'd be wonderful. Empire, they've been moving quite a few troops there, but again, the Dutch haven't been doing anything in Afghanistan, nothing here really. Okay, that's great. Okay, Morocco's probably going to see some problems, and I wouldn't be surprised at England again. Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. We might send an additional force here into the New World, I think, just to bring about a tally here. I think we'll send in the Intrepid. Oh, I think we'll just send in this force here. That's a very powerful strike force we've got here. I think we'll send this force in just to make sure that we don't get caught on the back foot there in some of those, because we haven't really recce'd that at all, and it might catch us out there, which I don't want. Now let's see what the situation is in and around here. As you can see, they're bringing in now additional forces here and here. Mind you, that's not going to be a problem. Look at that, we effectively wiped that army out there. This army can be replenished. What we'll do is we'll just move this army up and around here a bit, and then we'll replenish it here. We didn't lose any regiments, thankfully. And I wonder if we can move in here against this Philadelphia and bring in the siege. No, they're not going to surrender, are they? Let's bring them under siege here, because it'll be in our favour then. We will have this force behind us. We'll just move them here. And what we'll do, we'll just take them off. Sometimes if you move a force, it won't reinforce. If you've moved a force, if you reinforce and then move the force that you've reinforced, if you understand what I mean. If you move the army that you've tried to reinforce, sometimes the reinforcement won't go through. So sometimes you have to bring the reinforcement and then reinforce, then sort of refresh them again. And that should, mind you, we didn't lose as many as I thought we would. We've still got a very strong army there, but our goal here, we've got to maintain our focus here. Well, that's, no, they're not going to give up without a fight, are they? That's absolutely fine by us. That should be enough. And this force here. No, but this is a battle we might take. This one here. We've got the 8-inch mortars here, and they've got a few others, but we've got enough here. I think this is a battle we're going to take next episode, my friends. This one here. Let's bring all of them to siege here. No, they're not going to give anything up here without a fight, which, of course, we fully expected. I think we'll try and take. I think we'll try and take Boston first. That'll be our next battle. This battle here is going to be a bit more complicated because we've got a lot more forces being drawn in here, including a full army here. Mind you, they have all of them are weakened. They're not at full strength at all. Hopefully, this army's still in good shape here as well. So we've got some good reinforcements. But it's what the rest will do here, and how much force they're going to move in here. But my friends, let me just bring this battle here for Boston to full. That's the battle we're going to take now in the next episode, my friends. As you can see, theoretically we should take the city. We've got some wonderful forces here, plenty of cannon. We might even dismount the dragoons and send them in as well, because they will do a lot of damage. They're very, very good. Even off the horse, they're very, very good, the dragoons. But if we can breach, we might send them in through the breach first, and then these cuirassiers in second. But we've got enough fire support here to do this, I think. And also, mind you, they're at full strength here as well. I think this is about the only army they got that's at full strength. But that, my friend, is for the fight for next time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I apologise for the technical glitches. We didn't actually have a battle here. This battle probably because this time we've moved in more ships than they've got, so they didn't engage. But last time, I've done this twice. Last time they were engaged, I tried to do a manual battle here at sea, and it just crashed both times. So I was determined whatever happens, I'd have to auto resolve it to try and get past that glitch. But this is the battle we've got next time, my friends. It looks like we've solved this in a roundabout way. But this Boston, the battle for Boston, is next, my friends. As always, please keep your advice and your comments coming down below, my friends. It's been absolutely wonderful. It really, really has. I do appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a wonderful time, my friends. Please be safe out there, especially the world we're living in at the moment. But until next time, bye for now.